If you have these three things, you can speak English fluently and confidently. So know what are these three things? That's what we're going to look at in this video. Let's go into the video. First of all, the first thing is, if you can keep speaking even if you make mistake, then you are someone who can speak English fluently and confidently. Why? It's because mistakes are the number one thing that stops us from improving our English. When we make a mistake, we stop and overthink about the mistake, go like, oh my god, I've been practicing English for so long time, but I still make a mistake. I'm such a bad person and my character is so poor. We do all those kind of stuff. We overthink about mistake, and the next time we make mistake, it becomes so worse. Mistakes are the one thing that stops us from improving. But if you are someone who can make mistakes but still keep going on, you don't stop because of mistakes, you keep trying again and again, you keep speaking again and again, then that is a sign that you can speak English fluently and confidently even if you make a mistake. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you are someone who can speak English even if you don't feel like it, then you are someone who can speak English fluently and confidently. What does that mean? See, we people often do things only when we feel like it, but when you learn a new language like English, you won't feel like it because your mother tongue will be like, you will feel only okay when you speak in your mother tongue. And when you speak in English so fluently for a long time, you won't feel okay, you won't feel. So if you follow your feeling and do things according to your feeling, you can't speak English fluently and confidently. But if you're someone who can speak English, who tries to speak English even if you can't, even if you don't feel like it, then you are someone who can speak English fluently and confidently. Why? Because see, English is not a feeling that you get and then you speak. It's a skill that should be ready by you to speak whenever it is needed. You speak when there is a need. You don't speak when you feel like it. So that is why, if you're someone who can speak English even if you don't feel like it, then you can speak English fluently and confidently. That's the second thing. The third thing is, if you're someone who can be okay with being discouraged, who can be okay with being disliked, then you can be someone who can speak English confidently. What does that mean? It means that, see, when you start to speak in English, when you try to speak in English, people will automatically discourage you. They will funnily do that, and you will get hurt. They won't know that it's not direct criticism. They will criticize you. They'll be like, your pronunciation is bad, do this, do that. That's totally fine. And people will dislike you because you're someone who can do something differently than other people. And some people will generally, they were taught to look at people who are different than them as their kind of their enemies from their childhood. And some people will always dislike you. If you're okay with being discouraged and disliked, you are someone who can speak English fluently and confidently. Why? It's because it's only normal for people to face discouragement and disliking when they do something differently. So speaking English fluently and confidently is something different. So when you do speak English fluently and confidently, people will discourage you and dislike you. And if you can overcome that, like if you can go like, even if you get faced by it, you still do it. For example, you are giving a public speech and somebody just discouraged you and somebody said, we don't like you, but you still go like, it's okay, I'm gonna keep on speaking. And what I was talking about is that this topic is, so you still continue your speech, then you are someone who can speak English fluently and confidently. See, one thing, that's it for this video. That's it. If you have these three things, if you have one of these three things, can you speak English even if you make mistake? Can you continue your speech? Can you, what was second thing actually? The second thing was, can you speak English even if you can speak? Okay. See, if you're someone who can make mistake while speaking English and still keep going on, if you're someone who can speak English even if you don't feel like it, if you're someone who can overcome discouragement and disliking just like that, guess what? If you have one of these three skills, you can definitely become someone who can speak English fluently and confidently so easily. If you are someone who doesn't have that, you can develop these so easily with just a little bit of practice. And these three things are very essential because you will never feel like it, and you'll often make mistakes, and people will always dislike you and discourage you. So you need to have these three things. So rewind this video. I recommend you to rewind this video, watch it one more time, take notes and think about it. Why do I need to be like that? And then apply it in your life. This will make you a fearless speaker. And that's it for this video. If you have watched this video until the end, thank you so much for watching it. Before you leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.